Bum 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 bum.
Luke, I am your father. Execute order 66.
Order 66.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember, but Star Wars, everybody. We're talking about Star Wars today. Who would have thought? So if you've been watching the news or the online-ness of the world, the community, you may have seen a recent resurgence in this little-known game called Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game came out in 2017, 8 years ago, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the backing behind, so give me a little personal history here. So I love the Battlefield franchise. I am a DICE fanboy through and through. I've been playing their games since 1942, not literally 1942, but since Battlefield 1942. And when I found out as a wee little boy that DICE was getting the license to make Star Wars Battlefront 1, I was super hyped because I don't really care about Star Wars, but I love Battlefield, and I also love Star Wars and Battlefield. Sounds cool, right? So they released a trailer for Battlefront, and I swear to you, I showed every single non-gamer friend that I know, look how badass this is, because it was like the best freaking trailer at the time I've ever seen in my life. And then that game came out. It was good. It was fun. Had a good time, but it felt a little light for like, you know, it wasn't like full-on Battlefield kind of idea, but it was still great. It was a good game. I had a good time with it. Then Battlefront 2 came out and was announced, and they were like, yo, we got all these maps. We're going to like hit every single era of Star Wars. You're going to have like Galactic Conquest, the Supremacy mode that like kind of like walks through like epic moments in the Star Wars franchise. There's a thing called Galactic Assault where it's space battles, just space battles, X-Wing, TIE Fighter, like fighting out 24 players, chaos. There's heroes versus villains where you can be like freaking Darth Vader and whoever else you want and fight each other, Luke Skywalker, and fight each other as the heroes in like a smaller, like small combat. There's a brawl mode. There's a bunch of game modes that they brought out with it, and I was so hyped about it. And then, unfortunately, EA, as they do, the publishing house, not necessarily DICE, but I'm pretty sure the publishers of the game were like, hey, we need these little loot boxy things, right? And we need to make some money, which I feel like we're being a dead horse at that conversation these days. But like, we need to make some money, so let's put in some loot boxes, and let's also put in a pay-to-win mechanic.
Didn't they get sued for this?
Yeah, they got. I don't know if they got sued, but they got. Basically, it was
sued and banned from a country.
I think so. Yeah, it was like it was an epic like.
No.
We're never doing this again. We made the biggest mistake. And it unfortunately like destroyed what is otherwise an incredibly good game. But the biggest aspect of the whole conflict, I mean, obviously they had the battle pass, which was stupid and whatever. But one of the things that came with those, like, they're not the battle pass, but the loot boxes, they have this card system that you use, and you can put 3 cards onto your player, and the cards can then be upgraded. So if you're playing the game, you unlock points that can then upgrade these cards. Well, they also made an ability where you could pay to do that. Oh. So you have people that would come in here, and it's not just, and it's like a legit like, and you could also just buy like loot boxes and stuff that would then also give you tangible bonuses in the game, and that was really frustrating. So it really got shut down hard. That was when the whole loot box like craze started popping up, and they were like, loot boxes suck, it's all gambling, it's all this, it's all that, it's pay to win, blah blah. And the game just got like basically destroyed by a bad business decision.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just fell off the map. Well, now recently we've had due to a couple of things, I think May the 4th just occurred not too long ago.
Before we get into that,
yeah,
I have played Battlefield once.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yeah, I played the PSP version.
Oh, shit.
And the one mission that I remember doing, and honestly, it wasn't online. This is around like 2010, I think. My friend let me borrow it, and I was in Afghanistan. I was playing it, and what was so cool about it, I did one mission where you're out in space fighting each other, right? Yep. And you're in like a TIE fighter or whatever. You go to the next space station and try to blow it up. Is that like a mission in here?
Potentially. Well, so there was
like a back and forth, like you're trying to blow up theirs, they're trying to blow up yours, and you're flying across. I remember that, like flying across to their space station, hopping off my ship and trying to run to their core and destroy it.
That sounds like Battlefield 2142.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean,
but anyways,
it may have been. I don't remember if that was in this one, but
I
they had
had
like
so
the core
much fun
thing.
with it, though.
But there was what's confusing about this franchise too is that there was a Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 that came out like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was not made by these guys. That was a different company that made the original Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That were on like, I think PS2 had it and like PS3 maybe.
Okay.
And then this is like kind of a reimagining, like a rebirth of
I got
the franchise. Yeah.
Okay.
So you may have played those old ones.
old
yeah,
ones.
which were very, very similar. But
Anyways, so
yeah.
May 4th.
Yeah, May 4th happened. So, like, obviously, like, DICE
Star
has been
Wars.
cooking with this and they're like, wanting to make this thing awesome. And then all that shit went down. So now we're back to 2025.
Yep.
May the 4th happens. There's some Star Wars nostalgia. Andor season 2 came out. And I started watching. I watched the first episode and it's really, really good. The first Andor was great. Loved it. Slow to get started, but eventually got like really, really solid and like awesome story. And I'm not a Star Wars guy, but I loved Andor. So fun or so interesting, So Andor season 2 is doing incredibly well. Like every single episode apparently has like the highest, like above a
rating.
9 per for ratings on IMDb.
Okay.
So consistently across the board. So it's like,
I need to watch it, man.
yeah, it's really, really solid. They're doing a bunch of discounts. So there was prices dropping to like $12 on Xbox and $14 on PC. So it got really, really cheap. And then there was fan organized events like Resurgence Day on May 24th, focused on a sense of community and encourage collective play. And then Fortnite brought out a Star Wars themed season in Fortnite that likely would have drawn attention back to this. So all of a sudden you went from like nobody's talking about Battlefront to where like my entire YouTube feed is popping off with like Battlefront's amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this game is so good. And I mean, everything's true about it because if you go back and play this game now, this game looks as good as a lot of games that come out today. And it plays better than them because of the frame rate is so good. I still don't know how they built the tech, but these are the guys that are now working on the finals and Arc Raiders. So kind of makes sense. These guys like know how to like optimize the shit out of their games and it's like so well optimized, but it's fun, man. I played like 6 to 8 hours last week and just like jumped in off and on and playing it. The biggest negative right now on PC, hackers. Because of this new resurgence of the game coming back, dude, I jumped into the game. I thought my game was broken and I was getting so pissed. I was like, why are people so excited about this game? It's like not working. And then I start seeing the chat pop off saying like, oh, they're doing it again. These asshole cheaters, blah, blah, blah.
That's why we got to play it on PlayStation.
Maybe. Yeah. But it feels so good on PC. But in Galactic Assault specifically, there's a hack that they're able to turn on that I'm pretty sure every player is affected by this, but you spawn and it puts you in cinematic mode as if they're like opening the intro to the map where they like pan across the map to show you like all the choke points and stuff. And you're stuck in that until your character dies. So I think they just like literally put this on to where nobody can move their character and it's stuck in cinematic mode. And they just go around and just like kill everybody to XP farm. And then like turn it off whenever they decide that it's whatever, and then the game starts up again. So there was moments where like I was sitting there for like 5 minutes, and people are just in chat, just like screaming at this. We don't even know who the hacker is,
That's shit, man.
It was so shitty. And it's like, what's the point of that?
How do you get any enjoyment out of that?
Right? Yeah, it's so stupid. So that was frustrating. The game, they ceased updates in 2020, so there hasn't been any new content added since then, which honestly, the content in here is like there's a lot of content. Yeah. There's a co-op story. There's a single player story. There is some co-op components to it. And I remember the story actually being really good. It was like a short 4 or 5 hour campaign, but it was good. And it was canon, which was interesting. Lots and lots of maps, lots of eras represented, lots of heroes. Like there's just a lot of content in this game. But there's no cross-platform play, which sucks. And I wish they had at some point added that in there because that would be nice to. I mean, this is one of those things that like back then it wasn't as prominent.
Yep.
But now it's like it's expected and it doesn't have that. So if you're gonna play with friends, you want to play on the platform that they're playing on. But it's awesome, man. I mean, like I said, the graphics are incredible. The the match diversity is really interesting because it's like you have all these different eras of maps. Like I was playing, in the prequel kind of era, playing as like the little robot droids or whatever, and then you go and do like a full on battle on Hoth and like have that big epic battle going on. And then there's some maps where there's like rain happening, so it's like you see this like bright shiny like kind of Imperial base that you're hanging out at, but then like the rain popping up. And there's one map from this one right here from the is this Hoth too?
Yeah.
This is from this is from like the latest. This is a scene from like one of the latest movies.
Oh yeah. This is from episode, not episode.
It's episode 7, or no,
Shit.
4. No wait, because 7, 8, and 9 was the originals, right?
7, 8, 9. Yeah. So it's
4, 5, and 6.
11. It's Return of Skywalker. That episode.
Yeah.
Where
Whatever that was.
Luke's out in the middle of the fucking old man being old.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like it's this area, this map had like it was like white sands, and then underneath it was like this like red like clay or whatever. So it's like a really cool contrast of like light and dark. It's gorgeous, man. And then you got the big huge AT-ATs that are like coming in trying to like take down the base, and it's just like this big open map of like fighting and stuff, and it feels so Battlefield. And you have classes, so you pick a class in the game, and each class has like 3 abilities. Okay. You can, with the card system, you can like swap out abilities to have maybe instead of like a shot grenade, you can have a frag grenade or whatever it might be. And then you can then upgrade those cards with points you collect that makes it stronger. So like maybe you have one card that does 10% damage reduction. You can level it up to like the 4th level, and it may do 40% damage reduction. So that's where that pay to win thing was really frustrating. And that having 40% damage reduction means, whoever paid would be much more at an advantage.
Do you get to pick the maps, or are the maps random? Like
Random. Yeah.
So it's like Battlefield, and just you don't know what you're gonna get.
Right. Yeah. But there is a system where like when you're playing the Supremacy game mode, which is what this one is, I believe. But Supremacy is like set up to where there's like tiers of like objective based missions. So one of them might be like capture the 3 points, and then you go inside of a building, and then now it's like attack and defend and blow up the bomb. So it's akin to what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So there might be something like that in this game somewhere. But
I kind of want to play this.
Yeah.
I have to get on PC and play with you.
Yeah. You can also get there's 3 different. You can pick from the 3 different eras. You can pick from the prequels to the 7, 8, and 9,
original
4, 5, and 6 or whatever. And then you can play. That's the most control you have, is like what maps you're playing in that set. But then there's like a Galactic Assault, which is just your traditional like Battlefield mode, but like with the ATSTs, with the planes, TIE fighters, all that stuff. And then as you play, you get points that you can use to unlock the special characters. So that's where you can unlock vehicles by accruing points in the gameplay. And then you also can unlock the heroes eventually, which costs a lot more points. But then you can pull out like Darth Vader and have like him for a round.
But you can only have like one Darth Vader at a time. So
yeah, and it'll announce you. It's like Darth Vader has joined the battle for you, or whatever, or the enemy has brought Darth Vader into the match, or whatever, So, but yeah, tons of progression. I mean, it feels like Battlefield, but it's Star Wars, and that's what's so cool about it.
I always wanted to play it, and especially now since I got into Battlefield, and we're kind of done with Battlefield 2042, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll be down to give this a try.
Yeah.
How much is it on Steam?
I don't know. Let's find out. I think it's not on sale anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, they probably fucking jacked that price up real quick.
Yeah, they found the opportunity, so they're like, no. Please hold.
God, I don't know what planet this is. I can't remember. I'm not big into the Star Wars universe. I enjoy them,
Yeah,
but I'm not big into like knowing all the stats and all the other weird shit that goes along with it.
On the EA app, I just want to see what's cheaper there. It's $20.
$20.
Yeah, so it's $20 there. Oh wait, here, Steam. It is currently
Kind of rather get it on Steam.
$40. Wait, that's the Celebration Edition. Oh, that's all they have available. Yeah, so it's $20 more on Steam. I don't know if you get anything with it, or you can just buy EA Play, $6 a month.
Ugh, no, I'm tired of all the fucking.
It's just $6 for a month.
I'm not gonna play anything else on there.
I know, but it's $6.
Ugh.
You play for a month, then you're done.
Cancel it.
Yeah.
once you're done with this game.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. I mean, I might not be. I might keep playing for a while. We'll see what happens.
I'll see.
But yeah, I would buy it on EA. It's $20. So that's about as cheap as you're gonna get, unless you get the Xbox Game Pass or whatever and get it through that, because it comes with Xbox. That's how I have it. I have it through Xbox Game Pass. So, but yeah. So what I'm really interested in, though, now that this game has like been blown up and stuff, like this proves that, like, I mean, I think EA should have seen this already, but I just think they make dumb choices sometimes. But like, people love this game. There's nobody out there that said this game was bad. They were just frustrated with the business practices that were surrounding the game. And now that it's getting this big resurgence and they don't have all that stuff in there, like back then they couldn't win the fans back because they were already burned so bad.
Yeah.
But enough time has passed. They're like, hey, you know what? It's on sale. Let's go check it out, try it. But this leads me to believe that, like, clearly there's a market for a Battlefront 3. And I'm hoping that they're seeing this and being like, we got to bring this shit back. And I mean, obviously the Battlefield team's working on Battlefield 6 right now. That's going to come out later this year. So there's not really anybody to work on it yet. But I think that could be their next venture, is like, or put a small team on here and be like, hey, let's bring another free update and then add crossplay or something like that.
Yeah.
And just like allow this game to last longer. Because I mean, it still runs great, looks great. Like, it's super fun to play. Like, it doesn't need a lot of new content. It's just like, if they add some quality of life things.
I think if they just have a battle pass instead of doing like loot boxes and stuff like that, just have a battle pass and stay away from like the pay to win shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could have benefited from a battle pass. I mean, Battlefield does that. I mean, they learn from this, because like you've seen like the latest Battlefield games. It's like they do put a battle pass in their paid game, which is like, you know, kind of annoying, but like I'd rather have that than like the loot boxes for sure. And the pay to win mechanics. It's like you want to just progress to unlock the stuff that makes your character work and play better.
But it makes me wonder now, like sitting here thinking about it, since Star Wars is such a big IP, and in order to do that, they have to pay something towards that to utilize these characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got Harrison Ford, you got fucking what's his name, Luke Skywalker guy, Mark Hamill. You got like, I wonder if they have to get some kind of royalties for using their appearance.
Good point.
So that's probably why they fucking put a lot of this, like, oh, we got to pay these people as well and earn money somehow. Because I highly doubt fucking Harrison Ford is just, use my likeness. I don't care, as I'm getting shot up by fucking...
Yeah. This is true.
I'm just speculating. That's not like fucking true shit, but it's a huge IP. You know?
Yeah.
Star Wars is like a big thing. And it has been a big thing since the 80s, so...
Look how badass that looks.
It looks dope, man. I really want to play it.
Freaking like... everything blowing up around you, freaking like lightsabers flying around. Like,
I might just renew my Xbox Game Pass and just give it a try.
I mean, I think that's a better price point, because then you can get some other stuff on there too, you know, for the mom.
I hate that. I just but if
man, $20.
If I play it for like 2 months and then just cancel it after that, then I guess it'll be fine.
We can talk Austin and getting it. Yeah, Battlefront 3, like, I'm hoping, like, if they make a Battlefront 3, like, I feel like the formula they had for Battlefront 2 was awesome. I think they could do away without the cards. Like, I don't mind the cards. I think the cards is kind of cool to unlock and, like, be able to upgrade your character, but I think this game would work just fine without it, and instead just have, like, new gadgets that you can unlock for, like, upgrading and enhancements to your guns or something like that. Like,
different
maybe
scopes.
Yeah, different scopes and things.
Like that.
That's the one thing. These guns are fixed. Like, you have 4 guns, and I'm pretty sure you can't change, like, modify them significantly in any way. So I think it'd be nice to have, like, more of a weapon customization component, and then, like, a new gadget upgrade system, and then, like, the cosmetic thing I think could be cool. And then beyond that, it's just, like, focus in on, like, don't worry about all the upgrade trees and things of that nature with your different card system. Because the card system gets annoying, too, because, like, even without the pay-to-win stuff, you have to play those things in order to unlock new upgrades for them. So, like, let's say, for example, you're a TIE fighter. Like, there's a card system for that. There's a card system for every thing that you get in the game, even for your heroes. So you have to play them to unlock new cards. But if, like, somebody is, like, playing this, like, there's a lot of people that love flying. So it's really hard. I mean, first you have to get points to be able to buy a TIE fighter in a match, then you got to hope that somebody hasn't grabbed it already. There's very limited times where you can actually play those things to get the upgrades to unlock them. So that's where it gets kind of annoying. Now with the flying and stuff, you can play Galactic Assault and just upgrade it through that. But not every hero upgrade thing that you can unlock has that ability. So I think removing that card system I think would be honestly the best bet. And then just like they did a really good job at like map design in this game of like bringing out lots of maps that covered a wide span of the Star Wars universe.
I got you.
And I think leaning back into that will be really good. And then just like adding like, freaking crossplay and stuff, like you're kind of good because they got the vibe in this so right. They even have a game mode called Ewok Hunt. Yeah, where it's like zombie mode kind of thing. Yeah, where it's like dark out and you can't see shit, and little Ewoks come out and try and kill you and shit. It's so crazy, but it's good, man. I was very surprised. I didn't think I would like get that hype. Like I kept watching all these videos. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna download it, see what all the hype is about. Yeah. And I do have I have fond memories of playing it when it first came out. But I got bit, especially knowing that I'm slowing down on Battlefield 2042, waiting on Battlefield 6. Like this is a nice little palate cleanser,
and a little bridge between the two games.
Yeah, and it's better. It's I like this. This is so different from like Marvel Rivals, where like Marvel Rivals is very intense, close quarters, and very much focused on that team play.
Yep.
This one, it's it's still very team play focused, but like I appreciate that. The stakes aren't as high from me specifically to do super, super well as they are in like Marvel Rivals, like if I'm playing a tank, I'm not going to I get my ass kicked. Like people are going to hate on me if I'm playing bad in Marvel Rivals, but in this, there's 30 other players in the game. So it's there's a lot of people that got to play shitty for us to do bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works out better for me, but there it is. So Battlefront 2. Hopefully we get a Battlefront 3 soon. EA listens and they're like, let's do it.
They're going to fuck it up.
And don't fuck it up.
They're going to fuck it up.
I think they got Vince Zampella. I think it's Vince Zampella who's heading up their Star Wars / shooter division or whatever. So hopefully he can rein them in and give them the right direction. I mean, he's got Call of Duty under his belt. He's got Apex Legends and Titanfall and shit. He should know what's good, what people like, So give us this new game. Make it awesome. Please. I can't wait. I want it. I want it now.
Too bad.
So sad.
5 years.
I know.
10 maybe.
I'll be 40. No.